Katie here, and today we're talking about video games. Can you imagine a world without video games? No Fortnite, no Super Mario, Smash Bros, no late night marathons of video games. Like back in the day, people didn't have video games, didn't have phones, but they had other ways to entertain themselves. Well, someday someone decided to start inventing technology little by little, inviting computers, consoles, and video games as well. So whether you're an old school who knows Game Boy or someone who grew up with a PlayStation 5, you still have played at least one video game or have watched a streamer, no matter if it's on Twitch or any other platform that is streaming how to play video games. So today we're looking down the line of how the very first game started to what games will look like today. Maybe we'll see more AI featuring the games in the future, also with all the VR headset incorporated as well. So what will happen with the video games? We're about to find out. Our journey of the video game evolution starts in 1958 when there's a game called Tennis for Two, well-known game that was invented. It was played at oscilloscope. Yes, this is a lab device where people played this game. Back then there were no computers, no gaming consoles. It was this lab device that people used to play this game. So I'm gonna show you a footage of this game. So here it is. This is just a very popular game at a time. And the name says what you're supposed to be doing. Tennis for two people playing tennis. It was black and white because graphics, colors, such things weren't invented. This is the so-called gaming console controller. What we're used to see now, it's very, very different. But at the same time, it was bringing people entertainment because there weren't that many video games at the time, or to say no video games. So it was something revolutionary for its time, and I do have to say that now it looks something silly compared to how many high-end graphics we have for video games, but back in the time, this was something that was keeping people one step ahead of their time. After the game Tennis for Two, we have the game Pong, which came in 1972, courtesy by Atari. Simple, yeah, sure, but it still kicked off the arcades and people loved playing this game. Here I'm gonna show you footage of the game. This is what it looks like again. Another very simple game. Like as you can see, just like playing ping pong nowadays. A little bit different, but it just counts the points and all you have to do is follow the dot, which is like the ball, and you're hitting it. This is it. But it was something that not many games had. Not existed. It kind of looks like the Tennis for Two, just a little bit different on another level, a little bit more graphics, and people still love playing it because there were still not that many games that people could play. Speaking of early games, we should also mention the very first console. I'm gonna pop up a picture right here. This is the Magnavox Odyssey. So pretty much people decided, okay, you're going to the arcade centers to play games, but now you can bring the games home with you. Yes, it looks completely different from what we're used to seeing gaming consoles. Like you can see the gaming controller, if it looks different, it has less buttons. It's very, very simple. But for the time, it was still complicated for some people because they never knew how to play with it. But the fact that we started here and you see where we are, and probably there will be a PlayStation 6 maybe the next few years, it is saying how technology and especially video gaming is evolutioning each year. The 1980s exploded when arcade games like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong arrived. Yes, I even remember there was an episode of iCarly where Spencer Shay was playing against this famous player, a woman that had the highest score over a million points on Pac-Rat. So I think they made it kind of like a knockoff of Pac-Man, but you can still play Pac-Rat online if you find it. But Pac-Man is an OG game that people remember. I even feel old. Here's the footage, what the game actually looks like. So, yes, 1980s, I wasn't even born, but I already feel a little bit old of this game. I don't know why, but it's like a classic game. If you don't know what Pac-Man is, definitely try to play it online. You will see why people love it at the time. Yes, graphics have nothing to do with what games look like today, but it's still something like very fun at the time because we didn't have that many games. Also, there were more colors now. It was just everybody was fighting to get more points of the game, and this is what exactly the purpose is. Another game that people also loved was Donkey Kong. Yes, we have many new updated versions of this game, but back in the time, people still love it. So here's a footage of this game as well. This is what we have. Here we go. Yes, again, graphics perfect at the time. We're talking about the 1980s. Yes, I've never played this game. I think the OG version, if you can find it online, great for you. But at the same time, you see, just I have seen the newer versions and now this looks so old, but at the same time, like it looks so nostalgic. So definitely one of the OG games. So if you remember them, like go and find them online, play them just simply for the nostalgia. Another thing that happened in the 1980s is arriving the Apple picture here, NES console, aka Nintendo Switch. Yes, it doesn't look like what we have today, but it's still like where we started. And Super Mario was invented. You know, there are thousands of games of Super Mario right now, no matter you play online or on a console. Back in the day, there weren't that much. So this is the very first like Mario game. What it looked like, footage, like it just graphics are getting better and better. As you can see, where we started from, where we are going. Yes, Mario looks a little bit weird here because I'm so used to seeing it like what nowadays looks like with these super high rate graphics. But at the same time, we're talking about the 1980s. AI wasn't even a thing. The iPhone wasn't even a thing. Probably wasn't even planned at the time. So like so many things are happening in the video game world, but it's still fun and definitely I would play it. I even had a favorite Mario game, but now I can't find it because I don't remember what it's called. But it's just simply for the nostalgia. Like it's Mario. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you'll never make me hate Super Mario. It's one of the best games me and my friends used to play Super Smash Bros. Mario was there as well, so pretty much you can never get rid of Mario. Mario is staying with us forever. Going to the 1990s, we have Super Mario 64. Mario wasn't just a game anymore. It was a whole experience. As I already said, Mario is not going anywhere. It just keeps evolving every year. Here's a footage of what this game looked like. It's on Nintendo, obviously, but Mario is here. Yes, me and my friends have always tried to mimic like, it's me, Mario. We never can say it like the person who actually said this, but here it is. Come to the castle. And of course, the princess is always saving someone. So it's a very long game. This is what you're going to do. OG graphics, pretty much anything. Mario is saving the world. Again, trying to save the princess, moving blocks. Yes, I'm amazed how quickly graphics evolve, and this already looks so much better like compared to the previous Mario game that it's actually not about footage. Like technology is evolving so much, especially nowadays, that you can see the progress in game. And if you make the same game but just update it with modern graphics, this would be a skyrocket game. So again, Mario is never leaving us. Video games kept evolving. Now we have Final Fantasy. And now, out of a sudden, games have voice acting. Here is a footage of what the game looked like. This is Final 70. So pretty much now, you know, it's normal for video games to have voices to tell you what to do, you know, your missions, whatever the game is. Back then, this was like the first thing ever. Now, the game is telling me what to do. I don't even have to read. I can only listen. Or even if they're telling me advice or anything, yes, it kind of reminds me of the OG Mario a little bit, like graphics, but it's still like, it's a game, you know? Very, very simple game. So, games keep evolving every now and then. Yes, video games evolved so much that now we have something called a LAN party with the game called Doom. Basically, a LAN party is people united in a room playing the same game in a computer. Here's the footage. This is what a modern LAN party looks like. So you see all these old computers, everybody hooked up playing the same game. Yes, graphics are a little bit different after all. These are older computers, so they're definitely not gonna run the same as a modern one. But the experience, the nostalgia, I probably won't even know how to turn on this machine. Like there is a button, but it just looks like confusing. But at the same time, this is what people used to do, how to entertain themselves with video games. It's just what people call a LAN party. We're moving to the 2000s where we had games like, whoa, World of Warcraft. My friends and I played the board version of last year, I believe. It took us a while to figure out like what exactly the rules are because we never played this before. But despite that, it was a very fun game. Back in the day, we had the first original WoW. Here's the footage, what this game looks like. So, yes, I'm not gonna comment on the graphics because I can't keep comparing it to what it is now because we have so much more technology and ways you can program every single game. Here is the person who decided to create the game. Pretty much graphics, everything. It was so much color. Graphics keep evolving every now and then. It just looks so fun. Yes, we still have the voice acting now. You see here, they're telling you what to do. So yes, it was one of the funniest, and my friends still keep playing it till today. Another popular game is Call of Duty. I even remember when I was in middle school and we had like some IT classes or any class involving computers, because they literally change the name of the class every single year. People were opening and playing Call of Duty in class. Like they weren't even paying attention to what teachers, they were just playing Call of Duty. So here's the footage. I haven't played this game, but I think this is like retro enough. This is still in the early 2000s, still a popular game till today. It's just one of the first shooters games that we have now. We have so many that you choices many. It's your decision which one you want to play. But here it is. We just have Call of Duty. So pretty much like any other regular game at a time. They just keep evolving every year. So if you haven't played Call of Duty like me, maybe we can play together. You can teach me how to play, and eventually I might like this game and start playing more often. Who knows? We're going to the 2010s when we started kicking off with iPhones, Angry Birds, and Twitch streamers. So if you've never played Angry Birds, I don't know where have you been, because this is one of the best probably mobile games at the time. I used to play it on my phone a lot. You can play it now everywhere you want, as long as you have internet or you have downloaded it on your device. Here's the footage of the game. Everybody remembers. So what do you have to do? Pretty much just, it shows you, always start with a tutorial, how exactly you're playing, what you're supposed to do, and once you figure out what you're doing, you pick your cards, everything, and you just start playing. You can even rewatch what you have done. So at this point, it's just a very lovable game. I don't know why people like stop playing it, or at least not that actively, but I do have to say it was one of my favorite games that I had on one of my very first phones. A short mention for Twitch streamers. I even tried to be one, not very actively. I haven't streamed on Twitch for a very long time, but I tried to play it. I have the 2019 edition of the Formula 1 game. League of Legends, I used to love this game. I just stopped playing it because I had a goal. Once I reached this goal, I kind of, let's say, got demotivated. Like, why would I play anymore? I reached my goal, what I wanted. Also, I don't have that much time, but yes, I stream for the few people. Now there's so many streaming platforms that exist that people literally every day streaming something for their viewers, for content. And honestly, sometimes I just sit and watch silently without even commenting or anything, just to be there. So if you haven't been on Twitch or any other streaming platform, maybe you should start checking one and you'll see your favorite game is being played by other people. VR headsets, esports arenas, and much more. This is what we have now. This is what the kids are growing up with. Even if I had my very first phone, second or third grade, and it wasn't even with buttons, it didn't even have any games on it. Kids nowadays in kindergarten have touchscreen phones with games in them to play. I have seen it, and honestly, I don't know if this is a good or bad party. We're not talking about that. We're talking about that gaming is everywhere around us. Even if you see kids outside the park or somewhere else, at home, they are playing video games. This is what we have now. The only way a kid won't play video games is if the parents don't allow it. But gaming is everywhere, so what should we expect in the future? Maybe AI will go into gaming much more than it is now, because we see it everywhere around us. It's not going anywhere, so instead working against AI, we should welcome it and be with it. Maybe VR will be immersive, we will have Metaverse and reality, and video gaming worlds will blur so much that you won't even make a difference anymore. So many things can happen. Like, games are evolving every single day. So we should just try to blend in, see how it started with Tennis for Two. Now we are here. So what else should we expect? Okay guys, that was it. Hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what was the most popular game at the time when you were born. I was born in early 2000s, so we already see how the evolution is going. We had more graphics, body was evolving as well, but it's crazy how you think we started with Tennis for Two. Very simple game played on a lab device, to having a Nintendo Switch 2, to having a PlayStation 5, probably in a few years we'll have 6, and so many more games that we probably won't even think about it. They're still gonna make them, because gaming is something revolutionary. Gaming is evolving every day. We won't survive without video games, and probably without Super Mario. But I do have to say that it's just insane to think like we started from here, now we're here, you know. Very simple game to high intensive processing games that we even have gaming laptops for that because just a regular daily use laptop can't handle all these graphics. But that was the video. Hope you enjoyed. Please smash that like button if you like this video, share it with friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell so you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. And I'm gonna see you next time. Bye!